Oh, hi, Henno.
Oh, hi, Blaze. And who else are we oh-hiing today?
Hello to our first ever guest. Oh, hi, Chelsea.
Hi.
Hi. So, Chelsea is my daughter, 10 years old. Slay, did you say? Just make sure you're talking into the microphone there. Yeah, nice and... Yeah, it feels weird, doesn't it? Yeah, but Chelsea's my daughter, and because we are doing the 12 pods of Christmas, obviously this one being the 7th pod today.
And what did your true love get to you
Today, my true love gave to me Kevin Thwarting Villains, Home Alone.
Nice.
Obviously an absolute classic, even from my childhood. I was 5 when this movie came out. And Chelsea, you're a bit of a fan of this movie as well.
I love this movie.
Yeah. Chelsea does love this movie, as I think most kids these days. This one's a timeless.
It is a pretty perfect kids movie.
Yeah. It's good for adults. It's good fun for adults as well, if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which most still seem to be. So, Home Alone, 1990 this movie came out.
I wasn't even born
You
yet.
weren't born. I was, as I said before, I was 5. This movie was a phenomenon when it came out. It was huge. And it launched the career of Macaulay Culkin for about the next 9 years, and then he disappeared and he doesn't really do much anymore.
Yeah. Child actors.
Yeah,
It happens.
that's what does happen to them. So, Charles, what do you think about this movie?
I love it. It's a classic and it's just really funny. But for the first few years of my life, I didn't actually know it was a Christmas movie.
No, you just thought it was a fun movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a bit of a theme in some of the movies we've talked about and are going to talk about is movies that are not really Christmas movies, they're Christmas-adjacent movies.
I mean, I would say this one is straight up a Christmas movie.
This
the
one
entire
is.
inciting plot is Christmas.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's the appreciating what you've got, which I think is the one of the major themes of Christmas movies. So, I guess what are we doing? Because we've been doing the genres for these ones. That's normally towards the end. This one's just fun. I mean, it's almost. We talked heist. It's almost a heist movie, but
it's like an
but on the
anti-heist.
other side, the other side of a heist movie, isn't it?
So, for those who somehow don't know,
Yes.
the basic premise of this film is, I've forgotten his character's name.
Kevin McAllister.
Kevin McAllister.
Yeah.
His family is due to go on holiday.
Yep.
There's some frantic preparations the night before. Due to some disagreements with the family, Kevin spends the night up in the attic.
Yep.
The power goes out. The family wakes up late to leave for the airport.
Mm-hmm.
So, in a panicked rush, they manage to leave without Kevin.
Yes.
Not realizing he's not there until they are on the plane and it is too late to turn back.
That's right. What does that leave Kevin? Does that leave Kevin
Home Alone.
home alone? That's right. And obviously the subplot being...
So, while he is home alone, there's some thieves going through the neighborhood, taking advantage of everyone going away for the holidays.
Yep.
They mark Kevin's house as a target, and hijinks ensue as Kevin tries to protect his home from home invaders.
Aren't they like the wet bandits or something? Because they
Yes.
always leave on all the taps.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the, as the Marv calls it, their calling card, which does allow the cops to identify every house they've broken into, which is just so stupid. But, no, again, this movie is an absolute classic. I mean, it's got Joe Pesci in a pure comedy role.
Yeah.
Who, I mean, when you're well known for playing gangsters in Martin Scorsese movies more so than anything else, like
Usually a wise guy.
usually a wise guy, usually very violent and very profane. Like he's a guy that just makes all sorts of noise, different noises because he's not allowed to swear because it's a kids movie. But this was a movie that came out of the era of John Hughes, like the streak that he had at his best. John Hughes was also really great at Christmas movies. He was a producer on and writer on National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation that we talked about. So he did Christmas movies very, very well. But directed by Christopher Columbus, who went on to do the first 2 Harry Potter movies.
Yeah.
And Chelsea, you're a bit of a fan of the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you like the way these movies made?
Yeah, I think it's a really good movie.
Okay, so we do the plot. Kevin is home alone, realizes that these guys are breaking into the house, or going to break into the house, and decides he's going to protect his house from these robbers, and sets up an elaborate series of booby traps.
Yep.
In a way that a child should not ever be able to do. And in fact, those kids should get that kid psychologically tested.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's a psychopath.
It's the classical trope of, if this wasn't a kid's movie,
Yeah.
those thieves are dead.
Yes, that's right.
The iron hitting them in the eyes,
Yes.
that would have burned their face.
Yep, absolutely. The blowtorch into the head would have put Harry into shock.
The full paint tin swinging into
Yes.
staircase.
The fire.
The
door
hot door
handle?
handle. Yep, that's it. The sepsis from the nail in the foot.
While they're halfway climbing up onto the roof, he sets the rope on fire.
That's right. As they're... is that... No, I reckon that's
that's
number
the
2.
sequel, yeah.
No, when they're walking, climbing across the rope, and he cuts it with the shears is what it does.
Yes.
And they swing down and should
Hit
have
a
broken their
tree
necks
and
against the
would've
house.
Probably have died if it wasn't, again, a kids' movie.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So, no, it is... And Macaulay Culkin was one of those kid stars that nailed his role.
Oh, yeah.
And like we said, for a brief period, he was the kid actor in Hollywood. This wasn't his first movie, though. This was his second movie. He did Uncle Buck before that. It might have even been it might have even been My Girl. My Girl was just after this one, I think. But that was that sort of era where he was everywhere.
But he had that perfect shit-eating grin.
Yes.
That,
That's right.
you just had to forgive him for whatever he was doing.
Because he had the precociousness, but he was also very likeable as a kid. Yeah. So when he's in the supermarket and he's doing the grocery shopping, and the cashier is questioning why he's there by himself where his parents are, and he's just answering all the questions. Where's
My
your
mum's
mum?
in the car.
Yeah, she's brothers and sisters. I'm an only child. And
Why isn't your mum in here with you? Oh, because she's sick or whatever.
yeah, but then it's she asks a question. He goes, I can't tell you that, and she goes, why not? Because you're a stranger. It's wonderful. I mean, I just don't know. So the theme as well, the major Christmas theme in this is he thinks he's better off without his family because he wished for them to disappear.
I'm living alone.
That's right. And, he doesn't feel appreciated by his family. He doesn't feel that they love him. But his mum is distraught and beside herself. And, Dad's obviously worried as well, but she feels like it's her fault that this has happened.
I mean,
Because it's what it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they have forgotten a child. It's very difficult. There is the small moment they can kind of get away with it where one of the children's doing the count.
Yeah, so she gets the oldest child. So the mum gets the oldest child to do a head count to make sure all the kids are there.
But this random...
As the oldest child is doing the head count, a neighborhood kid just happens to be wearing a similar outfit to what Kevin wears.
Yep.
And is facing away from her, looking in the van,
Yep.
and she counts that as Kevin.
Correct. So again, if this wasn't a kids' movie, those parents would probably have had their children taken away.
Yeah.
probably been arrested.
Yeah.
There's still plenty of opportunity in that entire taxi ride, and the entire time you're going through the airport, and then when you're boarding.
Yep. That's right. And when someone looks at the booking and goes, oh, you're missing a guest. So you've also got the culpability of the airline themselves.
Yeah. But at some point, someone would have had to have noticed.
You would have thought so. But it does. It sets up just what it ends up being a fun plot, which bizarrely somehow happens in a slightly different way a second time in Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
And then apparently they made more Home Alone movies, but I started watching one of them and they are terrible.
Yeah, I asked Dad if we could watch Home Alone 3 and he told me, yeah, but it's a different actor. And I was like, no.
Yeah, no, we're not. We're not watching that. Yeah, so, I mean, Kevin learns that he needs his family and he loves them and he misses them as well. You know, that's the one of the key takeaways I think for this whole thing. It's I don't know. I mean, we do our recommendations. Yeah. This one is
absolutely a recommended.
Chelsea, I mean, I'm 2 thumbs up. What are you? Recommended Christmas movie?
2 thumbs and 2 toes up.
Yep, that's exactly. And Blaze, 2 thumbs up.
Absolutely.
100%. Add it to if it's not on your list, it should be. Why don't you watch this every Christmas if you can?
Can forgive you for not having the second one?
Yeah.
But the first one, definitely have it on your Christmas
100%. Have it on the list and, add it to the must-watches. Like, this is up there for me with the Muppet Christmas Carol that we had the other day. It is required viewing.
Yep.
So I'm going 2 thumbs. We can actually go for a bit longer because we had all the recording at the start, and then so even though we're 15 minutes in, we've probably only been talking for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
11 minutes. Yeah. Is there anything else, Chelsea? Because you wanted to come on today. You wanted to have a chat about this movie. Anything else about this movie you've got to say?
Not really.
Not really.
That's all right.
We do a lot of the talking anyway. And we've got 2 movies. One that we did watch last night together that we'll be talking about a bit later. Yeah, and one of them that we will talk about, another one after that. So you'll be in for a couple more episodes, won't you? There's 3 episodes you're definitely not coming in for. So let's just leave it at that. So, because that would make me a terrible father.
Yeah.
But I don't know what else. What else is there that we can say about this film? I mean, I'll say it's a fact. It's not a fun fact. This was John Candy's last film. John Candy, who has a cameo in this movie as a clarinet player in a polka band who gives the mum a lift from one airport to the next. And he steals the movie in the 5 minutes he's in. Because he's John Candy, and that's what John Candy could do. He's amazing.
That's what he do.
And he was a favourite of John Hughes as well, and which makes a lot of sense. The other, I will put a question. This is a fun thing for this movie. All right. What does the dad do for a job? So the dad has a huge house. They're in Chicago, I believe, are they not?
I think so, yeah.
Most John Hughes movies are set in and around Chicago. They're in Chicago. He's got this huge house, large family, mountains of cash in his wallet all the time, has been able to pay for not only his immediate family, but his brother's immediate family to go to France for Christmas. The theory is that his dad's a drug dealer. And that's how he makes all of his money. I don't know
cash
if
for days.
That's exactly right. I mean, this is, of course, in an era where cash was king.
Yeah.
But there is just cash, and the kids have all got toys and all the stuff lying around the house that they're clearly a loaded family. But there's just no suggestion of what he does. And normally in a Christmas movie, the dad's job gets mentioned because dad's not around or dad's doing something. So it's, yeah.
You know, houses like that, you tend to sort of affiliate with old money, though. Like, that house is a mansion.
It is a mansion. It's 100% a mansion. So, no, we'll... But that is just food for thought, because that is the theory, is that the dad was a drug dealer and just therefore had spare cash.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that'll be enough for this episode. We've probably gone far enough. But anyway, thank you, Chelsea, for coming on as our first guest.
You were very welcome.
Chelsea.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll see you again. So Chelsea does want to come on for non-Christmas related episodes. I think we can't figure out which one the first one's going to be, but you want to come on to talk about, we've discussed a couple of times, Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Definitely.
Which is going to be a fun
My
one.
Avengers.
Which is, yes, we call it Chelsea's Avengers, because that's what she got her introduction into Marvel from. So, all right.
No, I got my introduction into Marvel from the Captain America,
the first Avenger, but a proper introduction to the Avengers through Earth's Mightiest Heroes. But that's all right. Well, then we'll call this episode. And thanks again, Chels. Thanks again, Blaze.
Thanks, Henno.
And what are we going to be talking about for the 8th pot of Christmas?
Movie that the both of us have only just seen for the first time this last week.
And we're questioning...
Kiss Bang Bang.
Both questioning why this was on a list of Christmas movies you must see. But we'll get to that one in the episode. So anyway, that's it for today, and hope everyone is having a wonderful holiday period, and we will talk to you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye! Thank you for listening to my first episode of Breakdown the Universe. We hope you enjoyed this special episode of the 12 Pods of Christmas. If you would like to follow this show on the socials, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, X/Twitter and TikTok. From the team at Breakdown the Universe, have a holly jolly Christmas.